Hello, lovely beings. I'm JJ Rose, and this is the instructional for the healing ball technique. Shadow work and healing are some of the hardest things that we have to do in our lives. Sometimes we feel so stuck with an emotion or an issue that no matter what we've done in order to heal it, clear it, it feels like it always remains. So this process is going to help you evaluate why it's there, and also, if it does need to be removed, how to remove it completely. So before I start, I want you to think about deeply whatever issue or emotion or behavior that you want to heal or clear. And I want you to bring that up in the forefront of your mind, and we're going to give it some deep thought. We're going to get there, but first, think about, are you even ready to proceed? If you're ready to proceed, then we're going to go ahead and get ready. And first, in order to do any self-work, we're going to make sure that we are running energy and clearing the proper way. So I'm going to go through this very quickly. It is in the instructional, a bit slower. But first, we're going to put feet flat on the ground, take a couple deep breaths, and then we're going to get fully in our body. Next, we're going to grow tree roots into the ground, and then from the top of our head, have that open up and connect our rod to God, all the way up to universe, source, God, heaven, whatever word you want to call it. And as you're being pulled in two different directions, you are then going to see from the small of your back a hole open up, and you're going to drop a hose from you to the center of the earth, all the way down to the molten lava center of the earth. And anything that goes down this hose will be cleansed and cleared and recycled. And now we're going to bring our aura in, and we're going to tuck our aura into the clearing hose. And once that's done, we're going to bring up earth energy from our feet through those tree roots, all the way up our legs and out through the back of the clearing cord. And from the top of our head, we're going to bring in divine energy, white, beautiful, brilliant light, and it's going to come on down through our head, neck, back, and out through our clearing hose. Next, we're going to set 3 light blasts, one right above your head, one in the middle of you, and one around where your knees are. Fill those up and go ahead and just light blast your space and your aura. And now we're going to set our bubbles. First, we set our blue bubble 3 to 6 inches from our skin. Thicken that up. And then our white bubble about 6 to 9 inches from our skin, and thicken that up. And then our gold bubble with the pyramids poking out of it, and thicken that up just a hint. And now that we have our bubbles in place, we're going to go ahead and let our aura just relax out to wherever it wants to be. If you're in a place alone and your bubble for your protection of your space is already set, great. If you're in a place where there's other people around, go ahead and just set a bubble around you about 7 to 8 feet so that you can go ahead and do this energy in peace. All right, and now that you're bubbled, your space is protected, you're protected, and you've done a little light blast to just clear out any cobwebs. What you're going to do is you're going to set a clearing hose to the center of the earth in front of you. It's not connected to you, it's in front of you. And this is also something good that you can do. I know I've talked about it before, but like if you're talking with someone, like an energy dumper or someone who's venting, you can go ahead and set this in between you and them, and anything that they're venting or releasing will go down that clearing hose instead of you having to pick it up or protect from it. Next step, we are going to create a crystal or glass ball inside of you. And it's going to have a hole at the top. So almost like a globe type face. And we're going to make it out of the strongest glass possible. You do want it to be see-through, so don't make it opaque. You want it to be clear. And go ahead and create that right in the core of you, where your heart space would be. For some of you, it's going to be a little lower in your midsection. Wherever feels right, go ahead and just create that. And as you bring up from every cell in your body, I want you to bring up the issue that you want to clear. And you're going to start noticing it's going to start kind of streaming into the bowl from probably one location first, and then you're going to start seeing it's coming from all over. Some places more than others. Just kind of keep that in your mind, be cognizant of where exactly that energy is coming from. And as it's streaming forth, you're putting that all in the clear bowl. Pouring it into it. And you're going to scan your entire body once you feel like it's down to a trickle or done. And you're going to make sure that it's all the way completely out. And once you've confirmed it's out, you are now going to take the bowl with the issue and you're going to pull it outside of yourself, right in front, where you'd put your hands if you were holding something. And I want you to look into the glass ball in front of you. I want you to observe it from a place of detachment. I want you to see any images that cross or play out. I want you to watch the emotions. And again, you are watching them from a place of detachment, just like you would watch a movie. And as you're watching and as you're observing, I want you to take physical stock. Do you suddenly not have a pain or tension somewhere in your body? Does anything feel physically different? And now we're going to ask our higher selves and our spirit team in assisting in letting us know if this issue should be removed or if it needs to remain. And hopefully you're going to get a yes or no answer. If the answer is yes, you can remove it. And you've seen from a place of detachment why it came, why the issue has persisted, and how it's no longer needed. And your spirit team has confirmed that. Then go ahead and take the glass ball or bowl and throw it down the cord in front of you to the center of the earth. If the answer is no from your spirit team, please respect it. Okay? I know it's difficult, but if the answer is no, you can ask questions as to why. And you will be shown in the bowl why that is still needed. And if it's still needed and you understand it, respect it, and now bring the bowl back into you and allow it to disperse wherever it needs to be in your body. Whenever we're doing healing work, there are things that are going to come up that aren't ready to leave. And it's because they serve a purpose. Sometimes that purpose is a bigger life contract. Sometimes the purpose is it's a defense mechanism that you need because you're going to be confronted with a situation coming in which you're going to need that reaction or that emotion, and or that connection with that emotion for that intelligence, so that you are able to help advise or get someone through a circumstance or situation. Oftentimes, we just want to clear an issue because we think this should be a really quick process and we want to just proceed forth with it and off we go. But we don't take the time to analyze why it is that we want the issue to go. And so by doing this technique, you're able to really view the bigger picture as to why this is even within you, how it came about, and what its usefulness is. A lot of times we don't give ourselves the grace to understand why certain aspects of ourselves are there. And if you don't understand the why, no matter how much you clear it, it's never going to make sense. And if you're anything like me, I need to know the complete picture as to why before I'm going to be doing anything, because it doesn't make sense to me to just randomly do things to do things. So take stock, take heed, give this a couple times. If you try this with the same issue a few times and the answer continues to be no, put it to bed. Now you could try this right now and the answer is no, but you try it again in a couple weeks and the answer suddenly is yes. And what I ask of you is, if you've taken time in between and you've seen that the answer was originally no and then becomes yes, what happened during that time frame that changed for you? Be cognizant in your healing journey. Everything you go through, everything you experience has purpose, down to the most mundane ridiculousness, to the most high energy, laughable stuff when we just laugh at ourselves afterwards because the emotional reaction was so big and so giant. But when you're able to look at your issues from a place of detachment, that's when you're going to get the absolute clarity that you need in order to get the why, in order to finally heal it, or to understand why it's there and learn to embrace it in a healthier way. I hope and pray that this has helped you in any capacity, and I wish you all the absolute best from this day and beyond.